Hey everybody, welcome back to Deckgame finally, episode 13. A bit of a more meme-ish kind of deck, if you will, Japanese Armoured. Main thing about this is, of course, you get 6Q Marushikis on Veteran. I think by now we've kind of, I would say, changed the way that game is, and I think I'm starting to just play a bit more fun and meme decks, because you can only do so much of what I originally intended to do. And I think people are, just in general more interested in me just playing random decks that I get sent in. So, let's just do that for now. Or until I see, or I guess I'll just see in what deck sounds interesting, either because it's Mimi or, because it's just interesting in one way or another. In any case, enough about that. Japanese, Armored, 6Q Monoshikis. Of course, the next heaviest tank you get is the Nana Yonshiki G. It's the Nana Yonshiki series is very interesting because they have a burst autoloader, if you will, where they shoot 4 shots in fairly quick succession and then have to reload for a longer time. Essentially, how MGs and the like work. So they have a pretty high rate of fire, I think of something like 4 seconds reload time in between those 4 shots, and then have to reload for something like, I don't know, 10 seconds or something along those lines. So the 10 RPM it shows on the unit card is very, very misleading. Of course, they can't quite make as much use of it as other tanks might, because they are very squishy and also fairly slow. They don't have medium optics, but they're certainly very flavorful. Of course, with only 8 front armor and being fairly slow, and the poor optics on top of that, making use of the grenade launcher is something that you can't really bank on. It happens more in a moment, but it's not something that you can calculate in a way or predict, unlike, it's say, Merkava 2A, Merkava 3B, BMPT, BTRTs, and such. And yeah, the low end, the two low end, this actually only the lowest end ones has heat. Or this is, I would say, mostly like a fire support vehicle, anti-AFV type of vehicle. Sure, you might, if you have like 2 or 3 stack of that, get some nice damage on some heavy tanks as well, but that's generally not how they are used. M41s, for me, have fallen a bit out of favor, because the 2HE low AP just doesn't quite cut it anymore. With a lot of IVs and such around, they just usually aren't as effective anymore. This one is a very interesting tank, just massively held back by the horrible autonomy, combined with the horrible off-road speed, but still 6 front armor for 15 points. Quite strong. Air tap, you have the F1, which is nice. That's basically about it. I mean, that's a decent Hilo Hunter. This is a pretty mediocre ASF. This is a pretty mediocre multi-roll. This is also a pretty mediocre ASF. Anti-air gun tank is not too bad outside of its autonomy. The MLRS is not so great. It's just basic hog. The M42 AAG is just absolutely disgustingly bad. Infantry-wise, we have some nice utility infantry. We have the Jumat, the PSM, the Han, and the Hachiki. All 3 are really, really good, especially Jumat, of course. Only 1 card of upvoted 8. I think 10 might have been better, because I think you will really rely on it a lot more than Blue Dragons might, because you don't have the K1. 2 guys of spam line infantry, which is fine, I suppose. The 5-pointer is okay. 2 MGs, but only 1 front armor. And CV, it's honestly not a very good tank CV because of 1 back and 1 top armor, meaning that HE and 3 side armor isn't that great either, meaning that HE artillery will still do significant amount of damage. Of course, it's unlikely that it'll get 1 shot, but it's still possible. Any 10 or higher HE artillery hitting a lucky back, like directly at the back or directly at the top shot, can instantly kill this, although it is fairly unlikely. Other than that, yeah, I think I would have preferred the 203 SP, also known as the M110A2, over the MSSR, but at least this is a way to showcase that it's not particularly good. And 2 Cobras, because those are the only Cobras you get for Japan. And this is literally the only vehicle available. Recon tab also not a lot of choice. Well, we'll see how it goes, and I'll see you in just a second once we found a ranked game. And we found a game against Sick. The name rings a bell. I believe I probably played against that person beforehand, but I couldn't tell you what they play like, what they like to play, or anything like that. And so yeah, let's see. Let's get some OH60s for both things. I should mention that I played fairly little Wargame recently. So I'm a tad rusty. So as always, starting with the excuses in case I lose. I think we obviously got the worst side. Forest fights is not something that we're particularly good at because we don't have K1s. So we might want to try to go for this area or push Foxtrot to make use of our fire support, like at open ranges with the Nanion Chikis. Let's go for the Foxtrot push. It's something that I rarely do. I still, of course, want to. Let's see if we can land with this. Even if they can't defend themselves, it's good to test the waters. Send also one of you over there, you know, just because in case they don't push it or are very slow, then we might as well get the free ground there. Shumat. Appease them defensively. The gun thing on this side. I should focus on mid first and left, and then use the remaining points on the right. Some of you for mid. This as well. Maybe it's a bit heavy, but we'll see. Of course, you gotta go with the Kyumaru. Get some Nanion Chikis for the fire support. I don't want to start with these because they might not quite reach the front line. Actually, given that we start here already, they just should. So let's actually get some, just for meat shields as well. Of course, some infantry. One of you. A mortar. And since we have 25 points left, let's get an M42 AAG, as well as one additional infantry squad. No, they're 15 points. One additional M41. Obviously, very, very heavy on the right side. But I think we have to. Given that our strongest unit is really the Kyumaru. As nice as the Nanion Shigis are, if those are your only good or only medium tanks, you really, it can be really frustrating with the armor they have. And yeah, let's just see how it goes. I forgot about you. Slow start on my part. I want to unload both of you there, you here, you unload there. The M41, let's just put you there. First we're gonna smoke. It's so slow. Smoke this off just to make him think we might push there. But given that I had to move first and I wasted so much, it took so long until I was actually in range to smoke there, so by the time the smoke hits there, he might already see my stuff on this side. Cobra, this US. Yeah, Dab. That's Bradley. Just a Bradley, nothing else. Oh no, there's B150 with Rangers. A bit early with the unload there. This. I slowed him down. That's very good. Nice. Combat as well, but I slowed the V150 down. That's the most important thing. That's a stab. Smoke here. Like another. Let's get another piece. I'm over here. Wait, I completely fucked up with you. Very nice, very nice. I think I know why I did. I might have pressed Control left click on the Nanion Sanshiki and then accidentally also selected the yes, already smoke here. I wanna immediately put continue with an assault there. Use the Nanion Shikis to wipe the floor with all these ground vehicles. Get a PSM, get a Chumat. Get another Chumat here. Oh, very nice. Oh, they were out in the open there, in that on the road there. Let's drive it down there. What's this? It's Abrams. Oh, he's meeting me. He's meeting me. That's actually very good for me. That's a Chinook. Let's get some base defense in form of you. Okay, you dealt with. That's good. Now retreat. Push up with you. Hit you up as well. Unload all of you. You're meant to be meat shields. Not necessarily you. You we're gonna keep back. Actually useful for defensive purposes. You're just sitting there. Nani and Shiki died. Thunderbolt. Luckily we have at least cheap ASFs. They take only 2 damage, Jesus. There's a lot of ammo on 3s. You know he's not playing Armoured. For a second I thought maybe he's playing Armoured, you never know. But of course he can't, he has a dab. It's probably another dab. Or maybe a Blackhawk from Infantry CV. I accidentally unloaded you in there. Right, this is Cobra. Oh, those are Delta Force. Oh, no. Ooh, that's very dangerous. It is just a Blackhawk, so he does have his infantry CV in there. That's a block 52. Not a very good opener on our end. There's a Thunderbolt again. Come on, get into the smoke, It's a Cobra. Let's get a double stack of Hawks. It's combat. Ooh, you're visible now. And you're low on fuel. Come on, shoot with the Hydras! Are you really in minimum range of the Hydras? Fuck. Christ. It's a helicopter dead. Okay, I hope I killed them. Let's resupply. Let's move those up there. Maybe it's empty. Put you in the bush there. Move that Narayan Shiki up. Rangers, lead the way. It's an A10. fast move down there. Let's get an early CV. Possibly a misplay. But we are still putting pressure on mid, and that's good. I think his rangers are still alive and spotting those. Oh, that's a dead alive pivots. Oh, they are still alive. It's a Humvee tower too, is what that was. Yeah, kill the pivots. No, kill the pivots! There we go. Let's get a recon squad in there. There's the seat. Yeah, was just a matter of time until he brought that out. Let's get yeah. Put these Traumat up a bit so they're not in the same position as before. Those are still his M19Ps. Still alive, still going, still doing just fine. It's gonna be a hard fight against this deck. We need another mortar. It's MSSR. But we have a foothold here and that's good, that's good. Alright. Actually, I am gonna resupply the mortar because I don't have much to use my supply on otherwise. Let's get some defenses there as well. Let's also get something here. You might still have... No, we did kill the rangers, you're visible. Rangers can one-shot you at this point, you have only so much HP and with little front armor as well. Turn your MG off, I don't wanna have you shoot there. Cobra, move up. He might have no AA left anymore after I killed that thingy magic. He might spot those hogs as well, so I have to be careful. There we go. Okay. You're back in action again. What's this? Maybe like a double tap? Or crit? I got a hit on it at least. Honestly, I think I want to get another Kyumaru. But first, get some Chumats, get some of you, more PSAMs. I want to have a solid AA net that doesn't rely on radar. That's a Thunderbolt. I really spot that early, huh? There's certainly weapons of these Soyu Bundai off. They might be the key of why I spotted so early. Oh, you don't want to do that. Double side shot, please. Oh, yes, please hit, please hit. Oh, come on, I believe in you. Yes, that's one Thunderbolt down. Very good. One of the shots was a side shot, so it was down to 1 HP. Okay, that's very good. That's very, very good. It's incredibly good. Okay, he still has the Hawk, of course. Not a Hawk, the Raven. And now he's gonna mortar that, of course. Unsurprisingly. Can't blame him. I would do the same. And they're all dead. Get some few around here. You're full again, so let's move me up. PSM. You're shaken. Oh, you're still alive? That moving up there. Chaparral. I have to watch out that he doesn't kill my PSM here. It's a good one here, just to possibly kill the ranger squad, honestly. Okay, it's... Move you up there. M41s are uncontested. Dab. Let's get some more to spread around. Screw that second Q model. It's Raven again. Let's take a look at how god awful this is. Oh, it dealt 2 damage. I'm genuinely surprised. Should smoke this. Would have lost my Q-Maru there if I didn't. If he like had a Nighthawk ready, something like ready, something like that. Let's get another piece over on this side. Get Hachiku Shiki, some M41s. Maybe we can push this. Did you really miss that? I lost line of sight, I think. I had them landed there, forgot that the transport was still there. Is this empty? It might be. Let's get some more supply truck and keep them in stacks of 2. ACAF. This is really empty, huh? Wow. But I can't really move up with anything. I don't have much. Maybe we can try. I mean, maybe I could, but it's honestly, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it'll, at least not for my deck, at least not for what I have. I can't resupply this fast enough, and my infantry in towns is garbage. So I think I would mainly waste points. I could get lucky, maybe get into a CV, possibly kill it, but I don't think so. I don't think I'd manage to do that. Combat. Unload you so you don't die while you're in transport. When I have control of this on, getting back into Bravo is also easier as well. It's not a dab. We should probably honestly resupply, reinforce this a bit more at least. But I think by putting pressure on Alpha on the left actually, we should be fine. Infantry squad of some sort. Do I still have my Cobra? Did it die here? There it is. Resupply you, move to the left. 2 Rangers. 2 Rangers leading the way. Let's get an F1. Cobra, that's annoying. Let's get a Ryu. Spread those Soju Buntai. I got 1 off. Honestly, that might be possibly preferable. Had I hit. I got it at least. Might be worth it even if I lose it. I mean, it's already 55 points, so price-wise it technically is all nearly worth it. Plus by all the damage that I won't have to endure. Load you, maybe you can get a shot off. Can't. Can't, not can't by the way. I said can't. C-A-N''T. Spam more of you. Get another Chuman and just make this a defensive powerhouse here. Make it a pseudo stronghold, if you will. And you... There you go. I need 3 shots actually to kill this, with only 10 heat. 10 heat can only double tap 2 armor. One of the reasons why it's actually not that great, that's the Ranger squad on 1 HP. One of the reasons why it's not that great against vehicles. Having the squad still alive, that's actually really nice. So I think he might have tested out the waters with his F-16 to see if I have AA, which is why I kept circling. So I assume he didn't spot the PSAM, or maybe he did now. Because now he's moving the Cobra, I think, a bit away. It's too much sniping a... Yep. Chaparral, very good. Where's my Cobra? There it is. more of you. I'd like another Yunchiki G, so if something with actual killing power. I'm fine with just sitting here in mid for now. Make him focus on the left. Actually, I'm not fine. I should get a... I mean, I am fine, but I should get a CV. Start to bleed. He's just sitting there with no fuel. M1 IP. I don't even know why I brought you there. Test the waters of this forest, actually. And reroute our Q out of there, if it's free. I just realized. Should definitely do that. P150. You move more to the mid, so when I need you, you are immediately in range. Get that CV for mid. So I'm going to assume that, what was it, a Blackhawk that we spotted earlier from the Rangers is probably empty and was one of the Ranger transported one of the Ranger squads that was in a town. I got killed by an M1 improved performance. Let's get you into the town, move you up as well. I guess we don't really need you in the forest. Hit another Chumat. Sure, I don't mind you using the items. I mainly bought you for anti-infantry purposes anyway. But don't waste your cobras on your hydras on this. F16 again. Actually, I don't want you to sit next to the... There. Might as well resupply you. Come on, get in there. Get in there, Lewis. Oh no, you killed my line infantry squad. How dare you? His mortars don't... okay, I just remembered, let's buy 2 of you just to get, you know, them out on the field. It's looking good for us. I don't think... It doesn't look like we're losing. I think if I lose now, I'd really have to fuck up hard, which wouldn't be new. See if we can sneak you up there. I have a Chumat squad on the way, I do. Let's resupply you. Forgot to turn your weapons off. M1A2, okay, okay, I see what's going on here. Pivots. Delta Force, okay. Interesting choice of units, you don't see that very often. I got a side shot on one of the tanks, I believe. Oh, it's just a combat. Combat also interesting, something you don't see very often these days either. We should move the hogs a bit towards center, so we can protect left a bit better. Let's get some more supply trucks preemptively. Get... Oh yeah, where's my Nana Yonshikichi? Oh, it's just sitting there! Yes, well done, Russell Dazzle. You stay here, I want you. Let's actually just move you back and see if we can move you there. Don't show your side. You might survive a front shot from an M1 IP at least. Is he counter-motoring me? What's he doing there? Excuse me? I mean, be my guest, I guess? I think I might also want to save on to buy a 2-stack of F-15Js. Actually move one of the line squads to the forest so we can quickly... Ooh! Oh, I think he's just randomly in the forest. And, you know, nearly damaged my hogs. I mean, it's reasonable. Okay. Unload, unload, unload. Into the town, please. Oh, you missed. Wow. Let's get you in there. Let's just smoke this off. I mean, it already has 2 damage, you can see how squishy it is. Let's just keep you parked next to this. Oh my god, the Hans just chipping down the HP and he's not smoking it. And I killed this. Come on, F1, I believe in you. Make Kamui Kobayashi proud, and he did it. Yes! Kamui Kobayashi, former Japanese F1 driver, FYI. Next year we have another Japanese on the grid again, Yuki Tsunoda. I know nobody here cares about F1, but you know, tough luck. You have to deal with it. I have to listen to my nonsensical rambling because I need to fill that air. I mean, yeah, just move forward. There's nothing to stop you. I think, at least thus far. Oh, there's the Raven again. There's Nighthawk. I think thus far this game is a perfect showcase of controlling the pace of the game. And yeah, this didn't work at all. Oh, you have like little to no fuel. That's horrible. Of controlling the game, right? I wasn't really winning engagements very much until like now, for like really. But by controlling what was happening, you know, he was always on the back foot, he was always reacting. You know, we were skirmishing in mid, then I shifted to the left, and now we are skirmishing on the left. One piece, come on, get a crit, get a crit, get a crit! You don't even hit, you piece of shit. Now they're mortaring, yeah, now he's mortaring it, of course. I should have went this way so I don't have to move through the forest, but now I don't want to turn around because by the time they turn, I'm probably already at the edge of this forest anyway, and yeah. Let's move you up because we can. Let's move you down the road as well because we can. Get you into the... You probably should have Nighthawked this, because honestly this is just gonna die to Nighthawk, easy peasy. We might actually spot them from there because they're out in the open. But let's refuel you real quick and then keep moving you. Get you back to the factory supply. Get a tank CV here. Is my why did I send out my Kyumaru? Hello? The fuck? Did I misread this and thought it said what is 5-pointer called again? Nana Sanshiki? Is it Nana Sanshiki? Yeah, did I think this said Nana Sanshiki and thought it's a 5-pointer? Because it isn't. It clearly isn't. Well done, Razzmann. ACAFs. Something happening here. Let's get a Cobra. Supply truck, what is Shumat? Some of you. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is long reload time. Also, I think when you have to reload and you switch from HE to AP shells or vice versa, I think this is when you see how the reload bar is full, but it's still not shooting because the reload time is actually not over, but it for some reason displays a full reload bar. I think that's the cause of this bug. Let's just randomly shoot in there. The MLRS is not good enough that it will get a random. Fuck it, I'll do it. I'm not a coward. I'm not a coward, I'll go for you, bitch. I'll go for you, bitch. I should have been a coward. I should have been a dreamer. Is that how it goes? The song, Dio? Ronnie James Dio? I should have been a dreamer, is that how it went? Something with dreamer, of course, but... That's a push in mid, of course. I'm a bit late with the MLR strike. I could have hit those M113s right on the road, but I didn't. Or was it I could have been a dreamer? I think it's I could have been a dreamer. Yes. Yeah, I mean at MRS. I mean it's it's obviously horrible for sniping infantry CVs in towns. I think at least that much is obvious. It's probably good enough for sufficiently stunning or panicking or making things shaken of proper pushes. But the problem is, for one, you have to be fairly close, and two, with the 30-second aim time. Yeah. Oh, he's pushing here again, huh? Guess it's not over just yet. Let's get another F1, I'd say. Go for this HA. Not to actually kill it, but to panic, to shaken it, to damage it. So so he's too scared to push it up. Instead of two H1S Cobras. Excuse me, how did was it damaged? I guess I must have killed it. I guess I must have damaged it before, otherwise there's no way I can kill it. M1 HA with an F1. Well, that went very well, I have to say. But yeah, I think it might have went better for him if he didn't try to react to my push in mid, or on the right, and going to mid. But yeah, I think it was I think this was certainly, I mean, we won, so I did some things well, but definitely a good idea that I went the way I did, because I think force fighting against US with my deck down in mid or something, if I went to straight push mid, and maybe this was his original plan as well, or rather if I did that, then he would have immediately changed his units to mid and went down to a forced fight, I think I would have had a much harder time against him, against M1 IPs and Rifleman, Spam, and CSs and the like. So going over the open field and him luckily reacting to us and trying to meet us in the open field is what allowed us to get a fairly early advantage. Not necessarily KDUS, but I think we definitely had to obviously, I guess, had the positioning, the advantage in our position. H1S. Kill the 9-1 IP though. I could have been a dreamer. Now I have this song stuck in my ear. It was an A3 chapter. I didn't fully pay attention. I thought it was an A1 first. Yeah, I think this went well. Let's take another look at the stack real quick. If I can find it. But yeah, I think in forest fights, having like only Q-Model, non-energy GG, and nothing in between, plus this is our only infantry, would have been very rough. Maybe we could have made some more work of the MSSR there. I didn't pay attention to how much. I think he did fine on the push on the left, panicking that M1A2 is stunning everything else. I think that was decently effective. But yeah, I don't think it's particularly good. Yeah, planes were fine. I did kill one of his F-16s with this. I never killed his Nighthawk. I never killed his Raven. But I think by keeping the ground pressure on and by having the positional advantage, I clearly won this game. I think what he probably should have done is he should have not tried to go for the M1A2. I think he should have tried to continue using his aerial superiority. But I think after he lost his first A10, I think he was maybe a bit too scared by those Hawks, which is understandable. Yeah. He was clearly in a rough. They were clearly in a rough position. They didn't really know what to do, I think, and just thought either the M1A2 works or it doesn't, and it didn't. But yeah, probably would have downloaded that too much. They didn't really do that much. They were fine, but they weren't that impactful. I honestly expected them to do more, especially against the US. I think against those medium tanks, those M1s, M1 IPs, they do really well, or are really useful, I should say. Even though they only have, even though the M1AP has 18 front armor. No, it's 17 front armor. They're still very useful against them. Because it's more about the consistent damage of the Jumat, because it is very consistent, and the potential to get side shots and such. And against this specific player, I guess against someone who uses a lot of combats, would have also been good, but once again, not that great. The Huns were really nice at doing some chip damage on the M1A2. These ridiculous rifle squads, or these type of ridiculous rifle squads, with the HE and the long range and such, can be really nice at times. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Finally, some deck game. People have been asking. There it is. Keep sending in those decks. I will eventually take a look at all or most of them, and then decide on whether I will play them. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I'll see you next time. See ya!